If you want to see me do another look with these 16 shadows from Clionadh, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another Clionadh look today, and it is a bit of a mix. So I have been using some shadows, most of which are from Tracey's collection. And Tracey and I had a little back and forth about, hey, can you do some Clionadh looks? And me asking kind of what's in your collection. And that's how we ended up with this little palette. I have done 2 looks so far with these shadows. I will have them showing up here for you so that you can refer to them and click on them if you want to. And I will also have the links in the description box. So that is how this palette came to be, and using a subset of Tracey's collection, whatever it is that I had, plus a couple more from mine, we have the 16 pan palette. And in looking at the 16 pan palette in the previous video, Carly identified that she would really like to see a look with this one, the purple, which is Permafrost. So I'm going to end up using 4 shadows today. It's the most I've used so far, and that is Inkwell, Merlot, Permafrost, and Prophecy. So lots and lots going on, so I had better get started. And by the way, this lipstick is a lipstick from Smashbox called the Always On Girl Gang. And Girl Gang is a lipstick that I revived using the Duraline product from Inglot. If you want to see that video, I'll put it right here. I am so happy to be able to use this color, especially since we're going to be using Merlot today. I think they make a really good pairing, and this is my first real test of wearing this lipstick since reviving it with Duraline. So we're going to see how it performs over me yakking for 20-25 minutes. So yeah, let's get right into it. I have a different primer on my eye today. I used the NYX Eye Shadow Base in 03. I got a comment, and rightly so, from a viewer that Inkwell looked a little patchy on the first look, and it did not look like that in real life for me. But when I was editing the video, I realized it was because I had Angel and Guilt, both from Nude Sticks. They are creamy, shiny colors, and it was a bit of a problem. For the second look, I only used Urban Decay in Sin, which is also very shiny on the inner to center lid. And today I have used no shine whatsoever. So we should really see the matte colors performing the way that they should. So what I have right now is the eyeshadow base, and then the same thing, Hoola Lite, which is a very light bronzer from Benefit that acts kind of like an eyeshadow, to set the NYX eyeshadow primer base in 03. So that's what I've got. We are all set to get into the look. So as I did for the other 2 videos, I'm just going to do one eye with you, complete the look, and then get back to you at the end. So let's just get started. What I want to do is I want to use Merlot pretty much all over in the crease, outer lid, and such. And then I'm going to deepen up Merlot on the outer crease with Inkwell. I'm going to use my trusty crease brush for dipping into Merlot. And I am just tapping very, very lightly. These are powdery mattes, but I find powdery mattes work really, really well. So this is as much as I've got on the brush. And we're going to go right in. And I'm just easing into the look here. I mentioned it in the last video, but I have to say this Color Green 16 pan palette is great. It's got a big mirror, and it is really good size to be able to hold on to it without being too big. I find that the I really like my other Tarte ones, but that have the animal print on them. I love the animal print, but these are just more convenient to hold if you need to do your makeup while holding a palette. And the mirror is nice and big enough. It's bigger than a compact, so it's nice, really nice. I think they're $7 still, $7 US on the Colored Rain website. I think that's the sale price right now, but anyway. I like it when I find a product that's really great and the magnets in it are really nice. I like to share. I like to share. Okay, I'm really liking this. It is still pretty soft. Now I want to put this Permafrost on the outer lid, but I want to make sure that it's deep enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a packer brush and go back and forth between Merlot and Inkwell to just have a deeper outer lid. So this is the brush I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be going, actually I have it on my hand. Okay, so this is what I want. I want a deeper base for Permafrost on top so that it's really, really purple. So I'm going to go Merlot, and then Inkwell, and I've got a little mixture here. So let's see how it goes. I have never mixed the two like that. We're going to see what happens. I don't want to go too far into the crease. I just want to go where I'm going to be putting Permafrost. And I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did with yesterday's look, or the earlier look. I might actually have both of these up on the same day. I want to use Merlot, just Merlot, on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit more of Merlot on here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just use the crease brush and just soften that up a little bit. And I lost my crease brush there for a minute, so here I have it. I'm just going to go dip back into Merlot and just soften up the edges of what we just did with the mix of Merlot and Inkwell. Okay, I think that deepened it up really nicely, nothing too crazy. And it's a little bit weird on the lid, but that's okay. It's going to be covered up, so that's not a big deal. All right, so I'm going to go now into Permafrost with my finger. And we are going to start layering that on. Right onto the outer to center lid. Going right up to the crease. Oh, I really like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit, I wasn't thinking I was going to do it, but I really like the effect. So I'm going to just take it down so that the outer V continues down onto the lower lash line. But in order to do that, I'm going to start with black and then layer on the purple on top. And so I think I'm going to use my angled brush, but I'm going to be extremely careful to put it on just one side and to keep it very close to the lash line. So it's on this side of the brush. Okay, and I'm just going to clean up with this brush as well. And I always forget what this is. It's supposed to be the all-over shadow brush. I just use it for cleanup, to be frank. I'll go back into my angled brush and just extend a little bit here. So that when I cover it up with purple, it should look all unified. And so I'm going to go back in with the purple. Actually, I'm going to use what's on my finger and see if it's enough, and then go back if I need to add. Time to make funny faces. Okay, I think that turned out really, really nicely. Really happy with that. And I'm going to see if I can get just a tiny bit of Permafrost on my brush here to just finish up the line to finish up the outer V. See, I changed my mind. I did not think I was going to do that, and here I am doing it. I'm just going to get a little bit more Permafrost right to the lash line because it's not quite as high as I want it. Okay, I'm happy here. I really did not think I was going to use Permafrost on the bottom like that, but it's deeper than I thought thanks to the black, and I'm pretty happy with that. All right, I just grabbed a towel to wipe my finger because I had purple all over. And now we are going into, I'm just going to make sure that I have everything I want on Permafrost. Yes, I do. So now we're going to go into Prophecy and put it on the inner to center lid. And for that, I need a detailed brush. Let's use this one. This is the multitasker brush from Smashbox. And I'm going to go in with this precision on the inner lid, the very inner lid, and then finish up with my pinky for whatever else I need to do, because the finger, I find, really intensifies the Clionadh shadows. I just noticed that I had some funny stuff going on with my foundation, so I just cleaned that up. 2 seconds, and now, oh, getting rid of the fallout, and the black was making a bit of a mess. Wow, my foundation is rough today. Don't judge, it happens. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with that. Just as I looked closer in the mirror, I thought, what's going on between my eyebrows? My foundation looks really funny. But I will fix it after this video because we are too busy. And I have a half-hour window to film, and I'm not going to waste it. Right? You want to be done. Okay, so I'm going to use my pinky for Prophecy, and here we go. And I'm just overlapping Prophecy with Permafrost and making it just a nice gradient. It almost looks like a purpley sunset look, right? I think this is really nice. I've never done this combination before. So yeah, I really like it, and it does give me Valentine's Day vibes, so I'm pretty happy. That's all I want to do with the eyeshadow, so I am going to stop right there. I'm going to go and do the other eye and come back and we can talk about the finishing touches. See you in a bit. Here it is, eyeshadow done on both eyes. I think they match relatively well. And now for liner and mascara. I am going to today use Psychedelic Sister, and let me give you a swatch of that. So that is it right here, and I think that that's going to look really good on the lower lash line and waterline, and it's super creamy. And I'm also going to use Perversion. I can't find my Zero pencil, which is what I'm trying to finish up. So I'm using my precious Perversion pencil here today, and I'm going to use, it's super buttery. I'm going to reapply it a little bit on the upper waterline and then tight line on my lashes, and then finally just use the mascara I'm using right now, which is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. Couple of coats of that, and I'm not going to change the lipstick, but actually I think it's done really well for a revived lipstick that was super patchy, and I'm really quite happy with that. I've been talking for a half hour, applying makeup, all that stuff, and it doesn't seem to be bad. There's a little bit of movement on the edges of my mouth, but I expect that of any lipstick. So I'm going to say that reviving with Duraline actually really worked well, and I'm happy about that. So I'm going to go and do these fancy little things off camera, and I will be back with the final look. Okay, this is the final look. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's just recap. Psychedelic Sister on lower lash line and waterline. The Perversion pencil from Urban Decay, both actually from Urban Decay, on upper waterline and tight lining the upper lash line. And also the, where is it? Here it is. Caution Mascara by Hourglass. Those are the three things I used. I am not setting my face during this video because as I mentioned, there's something going on with my foundation today, and I think I just applied too much. I think I put on about 30% more than I normally would, and I hadn't done that ever before with this foundation. Well, it's a CC cream. It's a Smashbox CC cream SPF 30 is what I used, and here I was thinking, well, special occasion, I'll make sure to have more coverage. Note to self, it doesn't work with that CC cream. You can get away with it on some foundations, but this one did not work well. It's just gathering here and there. I did clean it up a little bit with some powder and kind of buffing it out here and there, so it's not as bad as it was, but yeah, I won't be using a little extra of that when it doesn't work. But I'm happy with the eyes, I'm happy with what happened with the lipstick, and I hope you are as well. Thank you, Carly, for requesting the use of Permafrost. I think it turned out really well, and so thank you to Tracey as well for having Permafrost in your collection, because it was picked and I think it does a very, very pretty, quite fetching Valentine's Day look. And now, what about you? What do you think of this look? Do you like the color combination? How I decided to use them? Let me know what you think, and what you think of the lipstick as well. Do you think it looks patchy? It's a different color liner, that I will say. That's not the lipstick's fault. I was just trying to figure out what liner would work the best with it. But just the general majority of the lip. What do you think of the color? Does it look like a revived lipstick is what I want to know. And so again, here are the 16 shadows I was using. I'm just going to zoom in. If there are specific colors that you are really wanting to see applied, please let me know. I think I might have one more of these videos in me in quick succession, so let me know what you would like. So any feedback you have, please leave me a comment. I always appreciate hearing from everyone, and I do look forward to seeing you in the next video, whatever that may be. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And until I see you next, take care.